The Haunebu, and ladies and gentlemen, last I left off, and it's time for decal time, and I'm going to do something a tad bit different on decals that I previously done. I am going to do the Vallejo way on decals. So first thing I like to do is, I don't like to spray the entire model with a gloss coat, because you need a gloss coat to put the decal down so you won't have any silvering. I like to call it spot decaling, spot glossing, if you will. So if you can see where I put the decals on here, you might be able to see where it's glossy in the way the light hits it. That's just where the area is where the decal is. You can see it on the Balkan cross there, where the light's hitting it. And I just take a flat brush, and I probably not mentioned this before. Well, I probably have. Go to the craft store, go to the hobby store, buy you a package of like 3 or 4 brushes, the cheap ones that come in a package, and use them strictly for decals. I use the white ones, white bristles. That's color code for me. That the decal brushes what I use, because I do have other painting brushes, but these are strictly used for decal, and then I even mark them even further for different bottles of setting solution, which we'll get to that in just a moment. So you want to put a gloss coat where the decal goes, and the Vallejo way, using gloss varnish here, and I just straight out of the bottle in a little palette, and just go ahead and paint you on where the decal is going to be. I do a little bit over a little bit around the edges, just in case if you got to slide it, move it, adjust it. Then you go back in with a not gloss coat, a dull coat, and dull everything down. But after that, you need to wait a couple hours. I like to do it like before you go to bed, or say you're going out to lunch. Do it real quick, and when you come back from lunch or errands you've ran, the gloss coat is already dry. So, got the decals on. Second thing on the, I even did the top ones too. So you can see where they're glossy, not too shabby. I'm trying not to put too many decals on it, and when I say too many, there's actually supposed to be a number 5 here on the sides. To me, it kind of looks it looks cool, but not either. It's one of those, less is more. But anyway, I did like the 5 on the bottom. So, with that being said, you put the gloss on, and then you cut the decal out and put it in water and put it off to the side. I like to use the little, I call it the trumpeter decal tray, which got a lot of dirt and grime on it, but it does its trick. Let the decal sit on it, and while that's sitting, you want to go with step number 2 on the Vallejo way. And I've even labeled the bottles. I got 1. And then you go step 2. This is decal fix, or decal fix for those of you across the fruited plain. Basically, this kind of makes the decal, when you brush it on, it makes it the decal adhere better to the surface. Just get a nice. I really don't know exactly what it does, but it basically makes it not snug, but just a nice good surface for it to go over with the gloss coat. And so far it works out pretty darn well. So you take a nice clean brush, use your decal fix, and you want to just do the area where you did the decal, and put that on. Get your decal off the paper and put it on, and then take you another clean brush, which that's why I tell you to get the multiple pack. Then you want to, and I don't like to use paper towels. I know a lot of people haven't got any handy. They like to blot out the decal with the paper towel. I like to use a big fat brush to do that. I think it gets it better, and you can also work out the air bubbles, and you can also smooth it out, whatever you need to do with the brush. And then there's step number 3, which that's the step we are on right now because we're waiting for it to dry. This is decal softener. Now it says it's an alcohol based, and after you get the decal on, get all the water off of it, and it's I wouldn't say totally dry. You want to take decal softener, put your little palette, another brush, and you basically work that in, and it's supposed to sink down into the crevices and everything. There's not really no crevices on here. I could on the little H here, which that probably stands for something in German, but we'll call that the Haunebu H. You can see Mr. Swastika right there, and I don't know if you can. It's probably too dark. It's slowly going into the recesses on the panel lines. I don't know if it really does. I haven't played with it enough that much. What I'm going to do is, if it doesn't go all the way down like tomorrow, I'll go and get some microsol and we'll finish that out. But anyway, other than that, the stuff works pretty darn great. I mean, it's I'm basically trying to I'm trying to get out. I wouldn't say get out of chemicals, but trying to do the more water-based products. I just do, like, once you sit down and mess with them, even with basically thin them with water and everything, and they really work out extremely well. And I've been watching the people that work at Vallejo use them, and it's really, they do work. So you have step 1, gloss coat. You got step 2, decal fix, and step 3, the decal softener, which we're waiting on the final results on that, which I'll show y'all what that will look like in the next video. But I want to let it dry. I gotta let it dry, see what happens, and then once it dries, I want to go in with a dull coat and shoot that, and then we'll pretty much finish it up. And I just got a little bit more to do than that's put in another. I got to wash in the turrets here, and I did get all the turrets painted. I'm gonna put a wash and a little more, I'm gonna call it streaking, a little chipping here and there, and that's pretty much it on the Haunebu. So we're getting close to wrapping it up. So that's where I am on Mr. Haunebu. The Charles P. Better move that. Don't want it to fall. The Charles P. I did get it to the base, and I got it where you can, very sturdy. A lot of people will ask me, why don't I just make like a temporary base and put the finished product on the base when you get done? I don't like to do that because, number one, when you start getting railings and everything on here, you have to pick it up and attach it, and I may have to fight it on the base, and I didn't want to do that at all. So I just went ahead and glued it on. And we are good to go. I mean, very, very sturdy. And I went with brass tubing for the pedestals there. However, if you ever want to change your mind on pedestals, they're just screwed in. So you just take these screws out, pop the ship off, and put your pedestals, go all the way through if you like to do that. I was trying to get some, but there's a place, he's pretty reasonable on them, but he drops ships and it takes forever. And I'm at the point where I need it mounted so I can proceed on, and I tried to get them earlier. It just did not work out. But anyway, got the mast on, which I had to wheel it down. The little brackets here that are supposed to be on the mast, I'm gonna have to finish breaking them off. They were already broke when I got it on, but I gotta do a little cleanup and break them off and add the basically the correct ones. Got the rudders on. Started putting the propeller holder, I guess, whatever that's called. Started putting on the lifeboat there that goes right there, which hopefully should be good and sturdy. And I basically got all the parts separated, and now I'm ready to put on just a little tiny little parts, and then I'm going to start probably doing photo etch next week, which I may not get to do it at the beginning of the week. It'll probably be more later because home life gets in the way. I'm actually having my bathtub ripped out, and we're going to go all shower, and I'm getting a new countertop and all that, and that's early this week, and I may, hopefully I can do some stuff, but I may, because the bathroom is against that wall, and under the workbench is where the pipes are at, so, I may have to move things to safety. But anyway, that is where I am on the Charles P. So, hopefully next, what I like to do is, I'm at the point now, I'm going to seal the base. And when I say seal the base, I'm going to wrap this all in plastic so it won't get dirty. and then it's just easier for me to work on, and it's sturdy. You know, I can pick it up. You know, I can even work upside down if I have to, which I think it's just versatile what you can do with the base while assembling. And I'm a modeler who likes to assemble all of it all at once, and then paint and detail it and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. Charles P. got it on its base, and we are doing decals, or for everyone out there, decals, on the Haunebu. So that's what we got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.